Good afternoon. You can see the sun is shining, but it's cold as heck here. I haven't been here in a couple weeks. I just didn't post anything. Today we're gonna make a cauliflower ciao de Pepe. So what I have is I took a small, a medium head of cauliflower, and I took the greens off. I cut it in half, as you can see. I'm gonna put, I have my oven heating up at 450. I'm gonna put a teaspoon of olive oil on each piece and rub that in really well, because you want to keep the core so it doesn't fall apart as you're roasting it, because you're going to roast this in the oven. And then I'm going to take and put it on an aluminum foil with the core side down on there. And I'm going to take some salt. It says a pinch, but I have oil all over my hands, so I'm going to live dangerously. And we're going to just go by a few pinches of this, of the salt. And let me just wipe my hands. Hold on. I don't want to get the pepper mill all full of oil. And then the pepper, we're going to put pepper on it. Now you're going to take this and you're going to roast it in a 450 oven for 30 minutes. So I'm going to put that in a 450 oven for 30 minutes. Okay, it's been 30 minutes. I'm going to take it and I'm going to flip it over. As you can see, it's roasting beautifully. And I'm gonna let this cook at 450, the same temperature, for another 15 minutes. I'll be back in 15. So while the cauliflower is cooking, we're gonna make the sauce for it. I have a 1/4 cup of water, which I'm gonna put in a little saucepan. We're also gonna add to that, we're gonna add a teaspoon of black pepper, which I'm gonna grind in there. We're going to let that come to a boil. I think I might have peppercorns. There we go. Okay. Or maybe I'm losing my strength. Could be either one of them. Okay, so we're going to let that get to come to a boil. And then we're going to add in the butter. I have 4 tablespoons of butter, unsalted. So I'm going to let that come to a boil. Give that a second, and then I'll add the butter until it melts. And when that melts, then we're going to add in our cup of Parmigiano Reggiano cheese. So this is coming to a boil. I'm going to add my butter. We're going to melt that up. It should just take a few seconds. And then we'll add our cheese, and we're also going to add the last 2 tablespoons of olive oil to that. So, because our cauliflower's got about 2.5 minutes to cook. And then we'll be back and I'll show you the rest of the sauce. Okay, I'm going to remove this mixture from the heat. We're going to add our cup of Parmigiano cheese. We're going to stir that together. And we're going to add our 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1, 2. I'm going to keep stirring that. We have 45 seconds left on the timer for the cauliflower. So we're going to stir this until it's blended. And as soon as that comes out, I'll show you the finished product. This is what the sauce looks like. It looks delicious. You can't go wrong with it. Okay, the cauliflower is done. It looks delicious. I'm just going to take this sauce and I'm going to just nicely pour it over the top of this. It looks amazing. It smells amazing. That's your meal. Here's the recipe. See you next time. Have a good week.